Daily devotion, the word our life, 21st August 2024, Ezekiel 34 verse 1 to 11, Matthew 20 verse 1 to 16a. With you is Father Alphonsus Samuel STB on the memorial of Pius X. The shepherds have failed their responsibility. The shepherds have failed their responsibility. Prophet Ezekiel talks to the leaders of Israel of that time. He criticizes them for failing to perform their duties as shepherds. They neglected the sheep, they instead fattened themselves, and the sheep scattered and became food for the wild animals. The situation of Israel of that time, the time of Ezekiel, is not different from our time. We see parents who have neglected their duties as parents. They don't have time to sit down with their children and put some moral behaviours and spiritual or faith values in their children. They don't have time to use their resources or to look for resources and provide the basic needs for their children. The need of education and other needs which are necessary for the human development of a person. And also we see the church leaders who have gone further in society, looking for money literally from the people, using the name of God. And they've neglected their sole purpose of being pastors or being shepherds. They have neglected the children, the people of God. The government also, we see sometimes that they have abandoned the people who put them into position. They have failed their responsibilities as shepherds. They cannot have enough schools. The roads are very bad. There are not enough health facilities, and long hours of load shedding, because certain people in the government at one point did not think about the need of the citizens by putting up the long-term plans, investing in other sources of electricity than relying on one source of electricity, which is hydroelectricity, which is a disadvantage during the time of drought. And a lot of demand of individual increment of salaries by the ministers, by the government officials, and also allowances. And yet they are not paying enough sometimes to the ordinary citizens. All these are ways the shepherds have neglected their sheep. They are thinking more about themselves. It is very important to understand that despite all what has happened and what's happening in society, that there is moral decay. God has not abandoned his people. He has continued seeking to rescue the lost sheep. He doesn't want them to be idle. And we see Jesus Christ giving a parable which fits very well during our time, that young people were idle in the streets, and they were called upon to work in the garden, in the farm, in the vineyard at different moments, because these were like jobless. Perhaps during our time they could have been called, because of being jobless, that they were junkies. They behaved in a hooligan way, but he brought them, gave them what to do, and they restored their dignity. Despite that they were called at different moments, Jesus promised them one reward. We need to appreciate the generosity of God, who comes in our lives to talk to us that we may return back to him. We might have been exposed to different crimes, different immoral behaviors, because we lacked people to direct us. We lacked people to govern us. But Jesus has come down and continues coming down to speak in our conscience, that we go back to him. May God bless his word.